Yo, John. Thank you for the luck. How are you doing? "6 months later, we'll do an interview. Never mind, we want people who roll over at the opportunity." Yeah. Yeah. I have a million things to say about the state of the job market, and none of them are polite. You're gonna have me take the wheel? Fuck, I'm trying to do a speedrun, Scenaris. No, I don't know how to drive with my feet, and I don't know how to speedrun with my feet. What the fuck? Hold on. I don't know what the camera did there for a second. That was weird. I continue. It's like a 1-minute bit. That's supposed to be like a 47-second thing. And yo, Kiva, thank you for the luck. How are you doing today? Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit with the current state of the job market that fucking pisses me off. So, no worries. We're all going through a fuck ton of bullshit. And hopefully we all get through it. We'll all make it through. We all will. But yes, it is fucking annoying. Yeah, I mean, you enjoy your business, right, Scenaris? Working on your Jeopardy board. What? Let's segue to something different. What kind of projects does everyone have going on? What fun things are people doing? We can talk about more positive things. Learning many speedruns at once. I know you're learning MM3D AFR. What else are you learning right now? Painting another mug, yo. Hell yeah. Is it another MM-themed one? Want to go to Hawaii either next month or next year. Those are two very different things, Ned. Hopefully you can go next month, if you already have plans for that. Installing Linux on an old phone. Okay. What? Why? Yeah, no, that's super fair, Kiva. Fun in 2025? Yeah, totally, John. Broke a few T-bricks. Is that a project? I genuinely don't know shit about T-bricks, so, like, I don't know if that's progression on something. Or if that's you saying you're making tea. Hi, Cake. Rewriting Python code because your code is a bit of a mess. Yes. We have talked about this a few times. The mug is for your mom, so it's blue with daisies. Yay! Job needs to give you vacation days. Only have 4 days of vacation days? Holy fuck, that doesn't even sound like it should be legal. Yu Yu Hakusho, Game Boy Advance, Banjo-Tooie, Hold on. More of a relearn. Oh god, these goats are absolute shits. Go. Hold on. God damn, that was awkward. Still 21. But hell yeah, Brandino. And the grim realization there's nothing around you that exists anymore that you can just go and do anymore. Like, oh, like roller skating and bowling? That actually really fucking sucks. Like, the lack of ability to go and sign up for some community event and just get out of the house. That is a really grim thing, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what Texas has to do with anything. It just I don't know. I am someone who is for the idea of, like, you work to live, not live to work. So jobs should reflect that in terms of what they are required to give you. Well, I can say that it's not a thing everywhere, because I know, like, for example, TGD, another TP runner, he was on, like, really good bases earlier today, and the reason he had to drop is because he lost a run and didn't have time for another before he went bowling. Like, he just does community bowling every year. So at least, like, where he is, that exists, so I can at least say it's not dead everywhere. You just say that bowling is commie shit. Or am I not understanding? Yeah. No, I wasn't thinking you were making a generalization. I was more just being like, hey, well, at least it isn't, like, a general thing. A little bit of... a shining light of hope in this ray of Bo's fucking bullshit. Bo. For fuck's sake. The RNG is supposed to be in your favor on Phase 1, and he was not giving it to me. I'm gonna fucking run this one, I don't care. Working to live versus living to work. Well, working to live is the idea that you have... that you work so that you can lead your life in the way that you want. Where living to work is the idea that we are alive to work. Bowling to live, bowling for soup. If you want to live to work, go right ahead, but that shouldn't be the expectation. Some people really do just enjoy the work that they do. My grandfather was that way before he passed. Bowling next GDQ. Brandino. Brandino, you know things about the Pittsburgh area, right? Yes, bowling. Do you know bowling in the Pittsburgh area? Like where the hotel is? You can find it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I think Brandino, like, from the area? I don't know if Brandino's local or grew up in the area or whatever. But I imagine he can drive in icy weather, considering he would know the area. Yeah, I've driven in some rough weather before. I suck ass at bowling, but that's not the point of going bowling with friends, so... How do you get to join? I don't know how big we're going to make a group going bowling. I don't know how big we can make it without having to, like, make a reservation. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not, like, in a bowling league or anything. Isn't bowling like 4 people? That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's like, how many people can we make it before it starts to be like, we need to split into multiple groups, and then how many groups do we get going? All of that sort of thing. Yo, Tourney? Yo, wait, hold on. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, see, I would never bowl a 300. I haven't bowled in a while, but I feel like the last time I went bowling, I bowled like 160. Ish, maybe a little bit, like, in that rough area, right? Enjoy the rest of your shift, Ned. Good talking to you, as always. Thank you for the luck. Wishing you luck with your shift. You'd be okay being known as not good at bowling. I would, too. Brandino, do you have, like, anything planned for the house party? Or are you just saying that because it's gonna be? We make food? Hell yeah. Enjoy the food. Invite more people. Yeah, and I won't be, like, stressed out about a run this time. Unless I get a run and they put it on the last day. But even then... Hugo! Oh my god! But even then, I wouldn't be as worried about it because I've done GDQ runs before at this point. Yo, New World Otter. Thank you for drowning. Nice. I appreciate that. Was Wii bowling somewhat similar to actual bowling? Like, the only thing that I can imagine being different is getting used to the grip and weight. MM3D would be hype as shit. The only reason that I would say it's kind of less likely is because SGDQ had MM. And, like, yeah, it's different, but how different is it to your average person? Right? Why is it the run that I go, fuck it, I'll continue, that I get into Farron? Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, of course. I just think it's a little less likely because of that. Physical aspect is what makes or breaks. Yeah, there's also just going to be, like, deformities in the actual bowling arena. Yo, Katie. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Thank you for the luck, and thank you for the bits, as always. I hope you're doing fantastic today. Always appreciate the support. Learn that pro bowlers are on a completely different level than us regular peeps. That's generally true for, like, a lot of skills. I mean, you can take that exact same thing and talk about speedrunning. Because, like, the things that people do are impressive in terms of what we do, right? A lot of things that are done are appealing to casuals, and this is why GDQ fundamentally works as an idea. Because it is impressive to look at, even, like, someone who isn't necessarily the greatest, but is performing all of these tricks. It looks good. It is a performance, so there has to be, like, a performative aspect when it comes to, like, those sorts of things. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all things like oiling your, or, like, is it oiling your ball, or are you using, like, something to shine? Well, I guess it would be an oil to shine it. You can only ask during the segments, Zelly. The oil's on the track. Oh. You oil your balls? Congrats. I have never oiled my balls. Can I reset? No. I don't think I will. Oop. Loopy. Maybe you're missing out in oiling my balls. What benefit would there be to oiling my balls? I'm sorry to hear that, Katie. That actually really sucks. I'm very sorry to hear that. Welcome to where you can turn your brain off and listen to me have this debate about oiling my balls. Always oil your balls after a shave? Why? What is the point? Moisturizing? Yeah, let me just make my balls extremely soft and supple by moisturizing. That sounds like a thing that I would do. Fine? Good RNG. No, you don't want to give me good RNG. Fuck you. Get over here. First good swing. Still losing time. You know, maybe I should oil my balls so that the next time that I have engage in sexual relations, my partner will go, "Wow, your scrotum is extremely soft." Because that's a thing that I want to hear. Totally. Use something flavored? Oh, so it's soft and strawberry scented. Would I prefer this to the... I don't know. I don't know, Zelly. Welcome on in, moldy baguettes. I fail to see the problem? You know what? Fair. What the fuck was that camera? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. You want a good suggestion for an oil lotion hybrid? Are we still talking about testicles? What's a selfish lover? Look, if she wants me to have my scrotum smell like... What direction do I go? This way. Smell like strawberries, she can tell me. You're talking about chesticles? Isn't a chesticle just, like, a way to refer to small tits? Oh, I actually need to clean my car. Like, wash my car. I haven't done that since, like, about this time last month. I do it, like, once-ish a month. Oh, Katie, I live in an extremely, in an area with a lot of moisture in the air. My skin doesn't really dry out at all. I appreciate that, though. To the point that I've, like, never really owned chapstick. That was supposed to be a spin attack. Ooh, nice camera. Anyways, back to talking about oiling your balls. Is it like... I mean, yeah, that's the kind of thing that, you know, bowling... I'm not surprised to hear that people who are professional bowlers do that sort of thing with a decent amount of regularity, because it's just like the idea of normalizing what you have so that you're comfortable and get a consistent end result. Like, it makes a lot of sense to me. It's the same way that I, like, clean my controller regularly for speedrunning, right? Or adjust my notches with some amount of regularity so that I get the same return in the notches. But the oil's on the track. You still have to, like, polish the ball. If the oil's on the track, that's on the place that like, designs it. I feel like that's not even super relevant. Because it's, like, on the facility. Your brother's a lefty, and he's the only lefty in the group who plays. If he plays differently than if there's another one, because two people are drawing the left side of the alley quicker, so the spin is different. Okay, so it's about, like, performance over the course of an evening. I'm gonna, like, rein it back a little bit and say I don't think anybody who goes to play in the AGDQ, hey, do you want to play bowling or go bowling at AGDQ group is going to be as, like, refined in their technique as to care about the spin on the track as it degrades and changes over time. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I'm pretty sure Variety said the phrase, "I don't care if I'm bad at bowling, or known for being bad at bowling." You're bringing your own ball, Mon? Do you actually have your own ball? I wouldn't really be surprised if you said yes. Okay, no. Okay, good. We were talking about the extra stuff that Wii Bowling doesn't have to take into consideration. That's true. That's very, very true. That isn't your niche sport? What is your niche sport, Mon? Table tennis? God damn, okay. You know, that kind of fits. No, it very much so tracks, right, Nux? Every tennis, table tennis if you eat on the ground. Alright, Pierre. Touche, I guess. I'll have you know, I used to be known as the person that missed the ball the most back in high school ping pong. I'm glad to hear that, Lemon. I always liked when we got to play, like, ping pong in high school, because I enjoy playing ping pong. I don't think that I would ever go that hard at ping pong, because I think going that hard at ping pong would ruin the enjoyment of playing ping pong. Now that said, Mon, there is a specific place that I need to take you if you're ever in Seattle, because there is a ping pong bar here. I've been with Variety before. It's a good time. The drinks weren't bad either. I remember getting something a little more experimental and thinking it wasn't, like, great, but it wasn't bad. Alright, this can be interesting. Okay. Didn't get punished. That was not great RNG. It was somewhat average RNG, but, like, on the worst side of average. There wasn't anything egregious. Why did so many of those miss? What is dyspraxia? I'm not familiar with the term. That guy tried to get me. I don't know why it didn't start coming over straight away. I always have my eye on that guy. But, fuck! Heck. Coordination is shit in regards to pretty much anything that requires it. Oh! Interesting. Sorry to hear that. That does suck. You have your own paddle. I am kind of curious. Come on, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about the bar in Seattle. What else does that paddle do? You were? Hell yeah. Have you ever been to a place like that? Yeah, no, I can imagine it's the kind of thing that, you know, if you literally live your entire life with it, you just make do. Oh, it's a fun time. I don't know if Variety's still here, but I would absolutely go again. Otherwise, I have a trip to the West Coast to make. Hell yeah. We can see if there's one in Pittsburgh. I'm perfectly okay with starting to make AGDQ plans. I feel like, well, actually, I played with Variety. Variety's, like, not bad at table tennis. Neither am I, to be fair. But also, it kind of makes sense for Variety because she plays racquetball. Table tennis bar, I guess? Yeah, drunk table tennis. If you give me... I don't know when I have the ability to look something up. I can, like... If you send me, like, a DM, I can remind... Like, when I have a second, send you just the place that's here in Seattle. And you can use that as a reference for, like, what you might look for elsewhere. I think the place is called Spin. Yeah, did you get my response from Glovers? Guys, when we were at SGDQ, Monologue told me that he would DM me at, like, where they were going for a, like, I was getting something from where they were going for food and stuff. And he didn't DM me. He DM'd Glovers. And, oh, it's gonna be a few months till I do that. And, so I never got it, and then eventually Numbers came over and was like, what the hell? Mon was supposed to DM you. And then Numbers took my order before they went. And apparently, Mon had just DM'd my alt. Which is really funny to me. It happens like... Okay, so the frequency at which people message or ping my alt is enough that if I open my alt account on Discord, like, once a quarter, I'll respond to, like, 3 messages. It's not super frequent by any means, but I do make a note to check it every now and then, because occasionally message requests meant for me go to my alt. That's also why my alt's About Me status says, message the actual account that is me. But I know that not everyone's gonna look at that. Yeah, no, Mon has done it multiple times. Yep. Slightly awkward, but probably still on cycle. Yeah. Still on cycle, just not catching, like, the early part of the cycle. There, Mom. Enjoy relaxing, Zelly. Thank you for luck. That's at least the place in Seattle. Chicken parm slaps. Chicken parm slaps so fucking hard. I haven't made a good chicken parm in a while. Chicken parm's kind of an expensive meal to make. Because it uses an entire chicken breast. Specifically that file. They're in Philadelphia, but not Pittsburgh. Damn. Is that save really worth it? I mean, I got it both ways, so it doesn't really matter. Are they in Minneapolis? Because it could be an SGDQ next year plan. I say as though it's a certain thing we're going to Minneapolis, but let's be real, it probably is. They're not. Fuck. The next run project after AD. That depends on a few things. Actually, I don't think it does. So, the next run that I'll be doing with, like, relative consistency is going to be Breath of the Wild Any % Monk, because I'm running it for TwitchCon. So, like, I will be doing Breath of the Wild for that. Which I've already done, like, a few offline runs, and I feel pretty confident in my ability to just, like, quickly derust it. This is effectively for AGDQ submissions plus, like, consistently doing it for the sake of, the public appearance that I am doing this run actively, because I don't know for sure exactly what Games Committee looks at, but I would imagine that part of what they look at is this person doing this run? And that means that I will be doing this. Wait until this fight's over, there's a decent cutscene. Nice. Feel sorry for the controller. What, because of DLSS? It is Fatale's week, so there's a lot of things going on their account. There it is. Games list is November 3rd. So we'll be doing this until November 3rd, which is after TwitchCon. So I'll be doing both in conjunction. Run 1.8. So the thing that it hasn't been approved because I'm waiting until after Fatales to go into, like, further talks with Games Committee. Because Games Committee lead is Greta, and that's the person I've been talking with about this. And she's also at Fatales right now. But the idea that I have for an incentive that I'm going to put forward for Breath of the Wild, and have put forward, we just haven't talked about it in detail, is 1.6 versus 1.8 as a bid war. Because 1.6 and 1.8 are different enough, but samey enough, that it's, like, not that bad to swap between the two, but it's different looking for the end viewer, at least on Plateau. Castle is identical. Other than the BTB 2 Castle versus the BLSS 2 Castle. So it's, like, a thing that I could put forward and have put forward. We just haven't really, like, talked about it much. But what I would say then is, like, I would still be doing TPAD for the most part. It would be, like, finishing out the night with a Breath of the Wild run, or maybe one of each. And then the thing that I will do after that depends on the games list. If I were to get this run in, for example, if November 3rd comes and it's like, hell yeah, I got this exact run in, I will continue doing this. If I don't, and I get something else that I submit in, I would move to that. If I don't get anything in, I would move to some other thing that is just what I want to do next at that point. Which I can tell you right now, if I had to pick this second what I would do next, 3 things come to mind, which would be TP any percent if I still want to do TP, or I would do Breath of the Wild all dungeons, because I want to do that run. Or I would do, like, some Ocarina of Time category, because I wanted to go back to Ocarina of Time for a while now. So there's a lot. Main board? I'm not going to do a main board marathon. What I think what you're talking about is called a main board marathon, which is doing every run back to back. I've only ever done any percent. On my submission docket, I don't know what I'm going to submit other than Twilight Princess and Echoes of Wisdom. I don't know what else to put up there. I have a few things that I'm thinking about, like Wind Waker no MSS, or Breath of the Wild Switch 2 experience, which is the 60 FPS one, aka the one that's not on the docket for TwitchCon. Yes, Breath of the Wild 100% is 15 hours if you're really good. I am not player 5. Yeah, I don't remember the exact break rule set for Breath of the Wild, but yes, they do allow breaks. Breath of the Wild Hundo is like the kind of thing that I would do if... It would be like a sub-goal. I wouldn't be opposed to it. But it would absolutely be kind of like a sub-goal. The real Twilight Princess was the friends we made during the streams. Lemon, thank you for being here. You're always a fantastic person. And I know it feels like I'm a broken record, but it truly does mean a lot having someone who just brings positive vibes and fun memes to the stream. So thank you for being you. Get some good rest, and thank you for the luck. We'll see you next time. That's, like, not a bad idea. I've been thinking about putting some things together for, like, the last half of September, because it would help me, like, recoup costs for, you know, I don't have a job right now. I've been thinking about, like, the idea of doing some amount of thing for that, but I also have to, like, balance it with AGDQ submissions, so I don't really know what I could do that doesn't damage that, you know? Oh, hell yeah. That looks really good, Phantom. I like to think that that redeem is making me really good at complimenting people. And I don't know if that's a good thing. Because it might also start to feel, like, disingenuous, you know? That was really weird. Katie, thank you for giving a sub to Pierre. Pierre, enjoy the emotes and the ad-free viewing. And all of that. Katie, thank you for also gifting a sub to Monk. I appreciate both of the subs. You are very, very kind. I appreciate the support, as always. Pierre and Monk, both enjoy your sub with the emotes, the ad-free viewing, and all of that fun stuff. Thank you again, Katie. You are very, very kind. And it is much appreciated. Alright, time to do a trick that if I don't pay attention, I do fail it. Not a hard one. Yeah, barely. That was really fucking scary. Oh, I think the only person here, other than maybe like a TP runner lurking, that would have been as scared during that as me would have been Phantom. That was not a good attempt. I am... Ugh. I don't even know if Phantom was watching that closely, but eh. We're in, though. Dead food in your mouth? Fair. Phantom, I missed 2 iron boots pumps, so I was very low on air. There was no red left when I hit the load zone, meaning I was like a few frames off. I had to do an extremely straight line path, which can clip you back in if you're not careful. And I wasn't able to afford to be careful. Yeah, the angle where you literally can't see Link. Will I react to the Direct tomorrow? Alright, so I live on the west coast of the US, Monk. That means that the Direct is at 6 AM for me. I go live at, like, 5 PM. So the answer to your question is no. I will not be live reacting to the Direct. I won't be awake. I will roll out of bed and get the Cliff Notes. Play Roblox? Wrong split. I will be live reacting to it, but I don't stream. Yeah, I guess you could call it a live reaction, where I'm just kind of, like, passed out asleep. Does that count as a reaction? I don't think it does. What are your wanted games for the Direct, Monk. What are your predictions or, like, desires? Sabrina Carpenter Cup? Mario, because 40 years this weekend. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be Mario. There will probably be Metroid stuff. Just because it's, like, supposedly still coming out this year. Probably Resident Evil... Final Fantasy VII. Intergrad. Coming to Switch 2. Momo, please direct your attention to the group chat so that you can assist Ecchi better than I can. Xenoblade upgrades. Who is Sabrina Carpenter? She's a musician for a kind of music neither of us listen to. I kind of just know her as, like, an artist that some of my friends listen to. Mood. She's very much so, like, pop music. Don't worry, me like a year ago wouldn't have known who the fuck she was either. Gonna race against me with this task that you have to do for work. No idea why you hate to do this at 7:08 p.m., but hopefully I will finish the run before you finish the task. You'll still pay attention. I have to do this. Good luck with what you're gonna go do, Waddle. Yeah, the run will maybe finish. I don't know. How long do you think you're gonna take on what you're doing? Because, what is it, like an hour in? You got like 2.5 hours before this run would end, if it were to finish. I have no clue who that is. Made 1,500-ish mini bread cake things today. It took 7 hours. I've been hitting the Z button for a while, game. Yeah, I'm with Link on. Are they any good? Just did the base today. So is this like your job for the rest of the week then? Just like doing different steps? The button's tired, needs chocolate. Maybe. Looks like Mid's run's been decent. Hold on. 2:36 and she's in Palace, I don't know where. She's in West Wing. What was her Argarok time? Morning, Gabby. Like, it doesn't look bad. I have it in a tab, obviously. You're on production at the moment? Ah. I haven't exactly been listening to it because I've been doing my own runs, and it messes with my brain to listen to the same game I'm running for what I think are pretty obvious reasons. Eating Nutella by dipping pretzels in it so you can share with the Z button. Please don't dip my Z button in Nutella. Behind her PB? I know that she had a rough Sword and Shield skip. It was like 3rd or 4th try. But her estimate is also 10 minutes off of PB. And if she hit her one of the donation incentives, she watched a cutscene. Sword and Shield Skip is nowhere near the hardest trick that I do in this run. It is a pretty bad trick, though. What the fuck? I didn't even see that it was that close. I thought the targeting mechanic just fucked me, but no, it was... Alright. You guys mind? Interesting. Punishing? Yeah, it was like a minute. It's a pretty instant reset, for sure, outside of a showcase. Yeah, you do just have to try it again, of course. Is it the most punishing trick in the run? Well, Pillar Clip's the same way if you do a Pillar Clip route, variety. And if you don't do a Pillar Clip route, ELH is the same. They all lose about a minute, and you have to do them again. Although that might be why Phantom doesn't like Pillar Clip. Phantom, is that why you don't like Pillar Clip? Because you just have to go do it again? Yeah, I would definitely say that Pillar Clip is like an easier one to get your head around. I would also agree that it feels worse to fail Pillar Clip because it's easier. The worst one to fail out of those three, in my mind, is ELH. I fucking hate failing ELH. That is, like, one of the fastest tilters. You have to, like, wait? What do you mean? Oh, wait, why did they cut? What happened? Tech issues? Oh. It's probably, like, the best part for me to be like, what the fuck happened, and look away from my screen. Because I'm running across Hyrule. I don't remember, like, the last minute of the run, but I guess I did it right. It's a fucking straight line. Stream desync? Oh, okay. It's not mid-end. Yes, very much so, Pierre. Alright, well, I guess we're in Castletown now. But what do you mean by, like, waiting when you fail Pillar Clip? Because you do have to drag out Hugo again when you fail Sword and Shield Skip. And when you fail Pillar Clip, you have to, like, realign your angle before you go and attempt it again. Which takes less time, but... Yo, Pasta, thank you for the luck. I'm not, like, disagreeing with you, because failing Sword and Shield Skip in, a showcase is really fucking bad. Like, in my mind, if I fail Sword and Shield Skip in a showcase, that, like, feels like I'm setting the tone for the entire showcase. And yeah, I fucking hate that. Hope you're doing well today, Pasta. Sleep well, Mom. Thank you for the luck. Get some good rest. We'll catch you next time, hopefully. Enjoy your ping pong. Oh, variety. Would you be down to go to the ping pong place again? Because Mon is definitely interested by the idea of a ping pong bar. He doesn't have plans to be in Seattle, but we were going to try to find alternatives in, like, Pittsburgh. At least the exact same place doesn't have a location in Pittsburgh. Oh, you meant the drowning. Yeah. Yo, what emote are you making? Reg? Was that Fred from, like, Scooby-Doo? Let's see. Rudge. That's a good one. Okay, so Fredge is a real one. Oh, you made it. Yeah. Oh, God. Hell yeah, pasta. That is hype. Most of them are horrible. Pasta, are you the one to blame for, like, bridge on a bridge? Is that you? I know it's, like, stemming from Beast in some way. Salty Bee? Oh yeah, I forgot about Brushtail. I haven't seen Brushtail in a fucking minute. Also, I was gonna wonder what lost me time, and then I definitely sat at lily pad bugs for like 20 plus seconds, so I know what lost me time. It was lily pad bugs. Wonder what Brushtail's been up to. Oh, Mid's run's going again. She just did Stupid Room. She got to sit outside of Stupid Room. That's probably the worst room to just sit outside of. That's like if there were tech issues before Stallard Skip or something, where you're just sitting there like, alright, how's this gonna go? And sitting there with a little bit of anxiety. Not quite. Never understood map glitch, explain right now. On a technical level? So basically, if you interrupt the act of triggering a warp, you usually do that with the map, but I'm actually doing map glitch there. Not with the map interrupting it, but with the cutscene there. Through universal map delay. So what that does, by interrupting the warp, you've enacted the like, gameplay state of the warp, which does a few things, primarily disables load sequences and void planes. So the only way that we can, which is why things like digging will soft lock us, and why I can go through the snow. Things that aren't undone are things triggered through non-typical means of loads or voids. So, like, going into the water down below would disable map glitch and void me. Because what's happening there is a special function that handles that specific interaction of going in cold water to void you. Or doing a Howling Stone. That is a special warp. So it's not as affected by map glitch. And then by doing the load change, you undo map glitch. So now I can go through that dig sequence. Or the dig spot. Without soft locker. It's just maintaining a special state in the same way that Wind Waker can get, like, chest storage, but a little bit different because it's interrupting a warp state. Nice. What's up, Cozy? What about my beautiful bean? My beautiful bean's in the other room. It's where I keep my cocoa bean plush. It's a male moan called Nicer. I would need to have a sound clip of a male moan. But that's not a bad idea. I could also make it 96. What the? Nice analog glitch. How's the run going? Eh. It's not bad enough that I would, like, call it a shit run, but it's definitely not going my way. It's absolutely worth continuing, because my PB just kinda sucks. Like, it's very much so an I don't need a good early game kind of PB. I also don't need Pogate skip. But that's one that's, like, new trick, worth going for and getting in my golds and stuff. Because it's going to be a thing that is gone for from now on, because it just saves too much time. Categories still need to do old PO routing. Glitchless obviously always had its own PO routing. Hundo's PO routing has always been, until now, the same as, like, what we used to do in any percent in all dungeons, except you also just got the first PO. Because it was still faster to do PO 1 skip, like, padding-wise, by, like, 20 seconds. So Hundo is the one that would be most closely associated with the same old routing. But it's also... goddamn, that's not gonna work. It's also still very much so, like, beginners shouldn't do this kind of thing. Oh, were you playing RuneScape, Cozy? Hundo Plus absolutely would need to, I don't know enough about what Hundo Plus's routing is to, like, tell you exactly how close it is to the old routing. Because the difference with Hundo Plus is two things. One, it needs to hit every map point, so it needs to go through the whole dungeon, and that would absolutely change things, but I don't know how. And two, it needs to grab every chest, which also changes things. But I don't know that it changes things all that much before Pogate. It absolutely does after. Having a lovely time doing your first Iron Man? Hell yeah. I'm not really a RuneScape person, but I think I know what that means. Ow. Still got it. Gotta be self-sufficient, no trading, being able to pick up other people's drops. Oh. It's actually kind of nice. It's like, I mean, it's playing the game, like, solo, yes. Well, I guess getting hit changed the direction. Maybe that was correct? Because I still got it in the one cycle, so timing is roughly the same. But the ball and chain was along the correct direction. Thing to think about. That might be a minor difference. Really. Just because I don't want the rupees, or the 100 rupee, where any percent would historically. Well, I guess they don't want it anymore. Why did I hit Z? You can do a save and quit, and that would be the same thing, but slower. You're not, like, fucked. I don't know if it would be faster to save and quit, or leave and die. Because one thing that I do know is the case for, like, Fight Route, where we would Uku out, the actual, like, optimal thing to do is a one-frame Uku pull. And you can, like, side hop in that window, because it just is a one-frame input. So I guess what would be technically optimal there, although good luck because it's a one-frame input, it's kind of like a Gorge Void, except it would be way less practiced. You would go out the left door, because it's the only one it works from, and then do a one-frame side hop or whatever gets you out of the freezer's way to avoid taking damage. That is a thing that you could do there. What the heck? It's Snow Peak Ruins. What the heck? It's Morgan. Hi, Morgan. How are you doing? What is the trick to get up that big, crazy breath guy? Do you mean the one on the ladder? Ow. What the? Yeah. That is ladder freezered cancel. Yeah, you drop up, so it's 2 drops. The first drop is frame perfect. The second one is, like, I think it's an 11 frame window. The first one triggers it to do an attack and drops on the same frame. The second one causes it to not enact its special behavior where it breathes infinitely, it just breathes normally. It's not a hard trick. I mean, it is frame perfect. It's not a hard frame perfect. Because there's good Q and it's easy to retry. Hey, thank you for giving a sub to Variety. Variety, enjoy the emotes and the ad previewing and all of the things that come with the subscription. Thank you again, Katie. Your kindness and generosity is always very, very appreciated, so thank you. Ladder freeze and cancel saves a single second in any percent. It saves like 15 in all dungeons, but it's 15 over a really bullshit trick called Ice Boost, where Ice Boost saved 42 if I remember right, but it's double frame perfect, position like near float perfect in multiple spots, and has no good Q for the second frame perfect input. Ice Boost bad, Ice Boost bad! Hi, Jim. You basically need to stand on the very edge of the windowsill where you're not actually falling, like as close as possible. And then in a relatively specific spot, left and right. And Katie, you are fucking awesome. I'm sorry that you've been having a rough time, but I hope that things go better for you and get better for you. Because you are worth it, and you are a fantastic person, and deserve it. Deserve good things, not the bad things that are happening. Ladder Freezer cancels cost you 0 runs. Yep. I don't think I've ever lost a run to Ladder Freezer cancel. Yeah, ads are fun. I hate Twitch for that. Hell yeah, Morgan. Ice Boost was not a fun trick. I don't think that... That's, like, kind of why I'm relatively alright with, Pogate Skip, is Pogate Skip doesn't feel as bad as Ice Boost, and it doesn't feel as bad as Stallard Skip was when Stallard Skip was like, newly found for RTA. It genuinely just doesn't feel that bad. It's annoying. The RNG is really annoying and tests my patience. But it doesn't feel bad, like, mechanically. Mid just saved during Zant's second phase. Preserves her bomb count. I'm not surprised that that didn't work. That was fantastic! Yeah, very cool, Void. That might be... Nope, still a good angle. I thought it was too far to the left. Maybe it was slightly further left, and then my camera angle wasn't what I wanted it to be. That was amazing! I like that 2 days in a row I've had some funny interaction there. Oh, that's awesome. We want to talk about tricks that suck. This trick I've definitely felt... Nice. I've definitely felt like I've been getting a little bit better with it. What is this trick? Somewhat complicated to explain. Basically, when I'm transforming... Nice. There's one frame of that transform animation where I'm flipped into the Goron that I actually have control. So if I roll on that frame, I can flip out a different direction before it, like, snaps me to the correct spot. That's at least my understanding of it. Does that Goron have a name? I don't know. A decent number of the Gorons just have names, I think. Like, in-game names. Not one to my knowledge. That's a really cool one. I'm gonna throw that in the TP Discord when I get a sec. Thank you for clipping that, Morgan. Elevator Goron? Sure. The trick is called Elevator Escape. Oh, you already put it in TP Discord? Sweet. No! I triple tapped my boots! Fuck! What the hell was what? Ah. I remember this giving me issues at crit health before. Any hearts? No. Oh, what the hell was the early Ellie void? I have no oh, wait, yeah, I do know why that happened. That happens if you, like... if you have a late jump attack, if I remember right? No, it's an early jump attack. It's an early one. So if you have the sword already out, you will always void if you time it the same, because it doesn't then account for the pull animation. That is just a thing that happens. How does crit health make a difference? I don't know what KC is in this, but crit health changes your collision. Because of the idle animation? I would assume so. I can't say that with 100% confidence. I wonder if one of those barrels would have had a heart for me. Why does crit health change your animation? I would assume it's because of what Sam said, because the idle animation changes. You have a reduced hitbox, or at least what we call a reduced hitbox. Some tricks are harder, others are impossible as a result, and a large number of tricks are unaffected. Is there any trick that's easier on crit health? Like, I can think of examples in, like, Wind Waker. You need crit health to do, stab barrier skip, bomb skip, barrier skip. That is a requirement. I don't know of one where it's a requirement in TP. Dying for early like Eiley is easier on help. True. Why did that throw to the right? Oh, analog glitch, my hated. Alright. Third time's the charm. What is happening? Whatever. The fight's over. You always throw to the right? I'm pretty sure you influence it with the direction you're holding. And I think I just did that. So he probably defaults to the right. I pretty easily believe that it like defaults to the right. In the same way that like a charge spin is clockwise. I still have half a heart. Most precise arrow shot in the game. Why is that the most precise arrow shot in the game? I don't know, I've just always had difficulty with that one. Like, actually hitting the rope is relatively specific. Alright, I guess I'm getting this first. I don't know why I was holding right. Hi. I probably could have broken one of those pots. Oh no, you can't pull sword here. Guaranteed hearts are going to be on the other side of Dangaro, I would assume. No, Goreligs is actually the name of the NPC that I get the third key shard from. Goreligsma. Oh, and I guess there's that heart. That's a consistent heart, too. 111, so I'm at 61, which means that I will get... Yeah, 41 plus 45. I'm missing 14? Uh-huh. Is it 14 rupees or 4? I think it's 14. How did that miss? $14? Well, now it's 13. Thank you, Henry Simon Phil. I always bonk that. Just stop? Okay. Do not? Oh. You guys are geniuses. I'll try to just not. What? I don't really know what happened to the left chain. I almost always grab the left chain first. Occasionally is fine? Oh, okay. I will only do it on occasion then. Thank you, Variety. The sound effect that's shared in Monster Hunter. Which Monster Hunter? Bonking in new places once in a while. Yeah, I gotta spice it up for F-Tab. Unique bonks. Hey, they hit 80k on Fatales during mid's run. Let's go. I think 80k was the estimate, or like the target that would get her to put on the Blonkers. If I had to wager a guess. Because I saw that the Clonker's Iron Boots during the end cutscene. Also, she is going ahead, or behind estimate. Oh, they bumped it? They did bump it. Yeah, that's actually a pretty realistic estimate for what she has. They added 3 minutes. Probably 3 minutes for the cutscene. And she is hitting about that, assuming that things go fine. I can't imagine she loses over a minute to what I would expect between the boss key in Hyrule and the end. New Zelda record. If she gets new Zelda record, she gets a pass. They do genuinely hate 69, it's true.
Oh. Hi.
Alright, 13 rupees left. 13 rupees. The most obvious spot is just fire once. The more intimate 96, where they have a man moaning. Ass to ears. What? What are you referring to here, Lingaunt? Nice. Bomb? Well, he's putting on a welder's mask, I guess. I don't think welding I've done that 3 runs in a row. I swear I'm going further left every time. I'm pretty sure that welding masks are not, like, preventative of COVID. No politics in chat? I'm sorry. Yes, that is called boss key skip. Because there is only one boss key skip. I guess calling it boss key skip for that reason is like... if we called Stallard skip boss skip... Fucking eyeball. Fucking eyeball. You tried. Like how HD runners call Wolfos Jump early Snow Peak? Yeah, and then SD runners are like, which one? When did you see someone with that variety? This game is dense in, like, a wide variety of tech, Sam. There is a lot of things that are just very different from other things that you do in this game. So yes, there is a lot to learn. Alright, Vor time. Is that optimal? It's correct if given RNG that isn't optimal. So there are circumstances that exactly, it's an alternative to going back down in certain RNG sets. That is probably the best way to put it. Oh, she's not hitting a 318. She's hitting a sub 320. Unless she keeps getting hit by Beast Cannon. Yeah, exactly, Phantom. Getting eaten is better than going down. Nice. I'm glad we could learn that as a group. These, like, senses of community that bring us together. I'm glad that you're enjoying the run, Sam. This is a run that I kind of am able to do without paying too much attention. I'll be real, I don't know what my best possible time looks like or anything. I should probably look. I'm not surprised I'm losing time. Well, I didn't really mean to grab that doing Pogate skip, but I did out of instinct, so I guess I'm going to not do Death Sword skip. Whoops! Or I could get hit by King Bulblin, like, twice. I don't think I'm going to be doing that, though. Do I have 6 or 7? 6. Getting hit by King Bulblin twice would kill me. Yeah, I would go so far as to say, like, getting eaten by eel is not uncommon variety. It's not the most common thing either, but it's not uncommon. been around the block. Yeah, you've seen enough TP runs. Thank you for the luck, Ace. Ace, how have you been? I don't even know what the current pin is. Nice bonking. There's the, like, unique, hip new bonk spots that you guys were talking about. Oh, come on. I've been early on that a few times now. Hey, 319, GG mid. Mid's run just finished. Sam, you are a fantastic person. I love the energy that you bring here. Honestly, you're really cool to have around. So thank you for being you and keeping the chill vibes around, because you are fantastic. And in that same vibe variety, you are a piece of fucking garbage. You know that? You actually are. You, like, genuinely bring such a sour mood to everything that you do. God damn, who the fuck do you think you are? Waddle. Your name is Waddle. Because you have giant fucking feet that you can't do anything but waddle everywhere you go. What the fuck do you think you're doing with those giant noshers? What the shit? It's really just weird. It's just weird. Have you considered getting foot surgery so that they're just not that goddamn big? Glan, thank you for the raid. Where are your clothes? You lost it. How was Four Swords Adventure? Guys, go follow Glan. I'm in the middle of insulting a ton of people. Welcome on in to me coming up with creative insults. Ace, have you ever heard of a stepladder? Genuinely, the thing that was most surprising to me was how short you are. I recommend spending the entire rest of your life on stilts. Just so that you're, like, actually a decent size, you know? Phantom, have you seen the amount of hair around the back of your head and thought about putting it back on the top of your head? Because that's where it belongs. If you were just, like, a little less lazy about things, I think your hair would go back to the correct spot. Just a suggestion there. Glan, this one's pretty fucking easy. Where the fuck is your 4-heart piece run? Come on, dude. Lazy-ass motherfucker. Said he would get it. What the shit? You're sick? Oh. Well, why the fuck are you sick? You think that's some kind of excuse? Maybe if you just applied yourself a little bit, you would be less sick, you know? Also, hello everyone. I'm in the middle of insulting people. Hello, Sangria. Hello, LOL. Cozy. I'm just gonna say Ghost MILF. I'm literally just going to say Ghost MILF. Yeah. Nuts. Alright, now I need to see, because I've, like, lost track of if these are insults or compliments. Hold on, I need to go open my feed. Alright, Nux was an insult, and Gabby was a compliment. Okay. Nux, have you thought about that rat that you keep on your face? And, like, maybe, I don't know, getting rid of it or putting it somewhere that is maybe a bit more appropriate? Because it kind of looks like pubic hair. You know, you could put it back down there where it goes. I don't know. Just a thought. You know, you do you. But that is my recommendation to you. If anyone wants my feet, I have great health insurance. Your insults? Yeah, you guys are in an ad. I can hold off. Well, the next one's a compliment. Big ads. I'm waiting. I like ladders. Oh, hey, a notice. You think it's an eviction notice? No. Fuck you. Ladder. Back from Adge? Alright, cool. I'll pick up where I was. Cabby, you are a fantastic person. I actually really appreciate your vibes. Like, honestly, you're fun to have around. You just bring positive vibes to the room at all times, and super chill vibes, too. But thank you for just being who you are, and keep that up. Keep it up. Be who you want to be. Because who you are already is fantastic, and I'm sure that who you want to be is even more fantastic. John, who the fuck do you think you are? You think that you can come into my house and claim to be really good at knitting sweaters? I'll have you know that I've seen your sweaters, and they are utter fucking garbage. What the shit do you think you're doing? Do you think that you're fantastic at it? No, you're utter fucking shit. Have you ever seen a knitting needle? I wouldn't believe it if you said yes. Morgan, you're a really fucking talented person. Like, honestly, you do a lot of good stuff for the TP community with, like, your ability to look into shit. We need more people who are very tech-savvy and very willing to put in the time to look into this shit. So thank you for, like, everything that you do, 'cause it's really fucking chill. You're fantastic at what you do. Michi, I don't really know you that well, but, you know, you get a positive seal of approval from Sam. Sorry, I'm, like, doing a trick. I'm, like, clipping and stuff. From Sam. And all that means is that you absolutely have positive vibes, because Sam knows everything about, like, picking out a good person, and that person is clearly you, so you must be fantastic at what you do. So, thank you for just being you. Linkont, what the shit do you think you're doing in this chat room? Who the fuck do you think you are to come into this kind of a chat room and bring your amount of stink in the air? You think that we want that shit here? Who do you think you are? What the fuck? We only allow premium chatters in here, and you are clearly... Yes, you are clearly only, like, a B-tier chatter. I recommend getting a fucking life and learning how to be a chatter. A better chatter. Come on. Why am I not in the cutscene? Okay, that was interesting. I'm sorry that your WoW guild fell apart. Alright, can we not do more of those redeems? I have to do the really hard segment next. Please. Thank you for the luck, AD Muffin. I'm actually just gonna, if someone redeems them, I'm going to defer them until after AG. Also, hi, Ryan. Yeah, AG is very brutal. Uh-huh. That was an interesting bonk. Beep beep boop boop friendship land. Right, sounds good. I will change that after this run, Otter. Bullshit land is, like, accurate. Beep beep boop boop friendship land is, like, funny and still kind of accurate. Google Metronome BPM? Is there a Google extension that is just a metronome? I'm confused. I literally just have a tab of YouTube that is me looking up 152 BPM, and it's like a tab that I haven't closed in a year. Huh. Interesting. You just have a metronome. I probably have one somewhere. Who closes tabs? I think the only tabs that technically stay open all the time for me are my Outlook, my Gmail, and that 152 BPM tab. Everything else closes every now and then. Most days, actually. Alright. Come on. I thought going to the right was supposed to only attract one of them. I don't like doing them two at a time. Oh, you're like right there. Do you mind? Uh-huh. Get in the air. Stay out. Yeah, I definitely think that not using the boomerang is the way to go. Why did I just do that? Yeah, I'm not surprised that that failed. It's an angle adjustment thing, Variety. I don't know why it's failing. Like, that was correct, but... Come on! Oh, I thought you were actually being sarcastic. On. Pretty slow, but hey, we're ahead. Nice bloopy. Hi, Pippi. You guys raised a bunch of money? Hell yeah! Congrats on raising a bunch of money. Let's go, Pippi. Guys, Pippi was on host mic for Fatales for Mid's Run, which just finished. And they got to Fatales up to over $80,000 total. I don't know what they started at, but G fucking G, Pippi. Yeah, that was a very slow first try Pogate, but it was a first try. Is it time to do an Anno-style 50 times Pogate skip stream? I don't know how long that would take. I would do that as a sub-goal, though. Hey, that's a decent amount of money. Let's go. I don't actually care what's on that button right now. I think Anno did it just to get good at it. Not surprised. We are killing this guy. H. Sam, thank you for the tier 1 for 2 months. I appreciate the support. That is so nice of you. Thank you. Started just over 76k, so about $5,000. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That is absolutely an Anno thing, yeah. How do you think that the run went overall? In good and mid seemed happy with it. Hell yeah, that's what we like to hear. Exactly, that's all that matters. If everyone's happy with it at the end of the day, good work. Not faster and not useful. So, because we can't save warp after Spinner, if you do Death Sword skip, you have to Death Warp. I accidentally grabbed the heart container at Lakebed out of muscle memory, which put me at 6 hearts, meaning I would have had to damage down a lot. And I kind of just decided, let's not, plus it saves less time now. I don't think that you need to jump attack to that one. Dang. I've got to actually practice that. I got it the first time, but I can't just, like, watch Jim do a thing and go, I can do that, and then not practice it. That's not usually how this game works. Okay, it saves like 20, Morgan. It saves like 20 instead of like 28. There's already a Skong run at Fatales. I don't know what they're doing, but it's making me turn it off because I don't want Skong spoiled at all, and Skong is on screen right now. They're doing a thing that's called Ask Hornet Anything, but they do actually have the game open. And, frankly, I just don't want spoilers. Plus, I need to put my metronome on. 152 BPM metronome on YouTube, my beloved. I'm sure some songs do. We've probably talked about this before. It vaguely rings a bell. Alright. Arbiter's time. Yo, Elatrius. Arbiter's time, I mean Stellar skip time. Hold on, I have to do a hard trick again. Nice. Alright, I'm out of fucking arbiters. Christ. Ole mole. What's up, Sparkle? Sparkle, have you seen Pogate Skip yet, by the way? This might be my first PV with Pogate Skip about to happen. And yo, thank you for the luck, Madamja. We're not really out of it yet. Temple of Time's not easy. Very secret? Oh, hell yeah. I hope you're doing well today. Same to you, Madamja. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I just can't get complacent, is basically what I'm saying. Yeah, Goma can go infinite. You'll be leaving the stream during Temple of Time. Do you find it boring or something? Alright, this trick. There. I'm surprised that didn't immediately blow up, and I'm more surprised that it worked after it didn't immediately blow up. That's usually a sign that the trick's about to fail. Alright, that trick is one that can be a real fucking annoying one. This run isn't the greatest beginnings. Isn't this like a 750 boots? This is the run where I said, fuck it, I feel like continuing, if I remember right. Screw up to skip, save any time in AD? No, because we would need to get Jump Strike. Alternative answer, yes, if you can do it. Because you can there's a task way to do it with a super jump that G's and I have both messed with over the years, and it doesn't really work well for RTA. It's very precise. But yes, it would save minutes. This way. You would do it here. Yo, JPM, thank you for the luck. How are you doing today? The puppet is very slippery. The puppet's collision is, I believe, a small cylinder. There is a sort of partial setup that G's came up with a few years ago. Hell yeah, glad to hear you're chilling. I'm having a good time. We're vibing with some runs, and I'm ahead out of the, by far, the hardest part. So. Hell yeah. Been doing Wind Waker. I've seen. Yeah. Have you gotten a sub 16 time? I know I've seen Mini post sub 16 splits, and I don't remember who else. I imagine Awabi has one too. Got record by 1 second earlier, 15:21. GG. Sub Majora's Mask is pretty silly. Wabi doesn't have one yet. Okay. Yeah, Wind Waker did have the funny thing happen. Why did it not happen to TP, though? We don't have a Picto Box. Also, isn't the thing that you do for setup, like, very Wind Waker specific? Oh god. You, get over here. Yeah, I barely made that connection. I see it as like a different stroke for different folks thing. This game's any percent is bearable in my mind. This game's any percent is pretty short. Like, I would call sub 3 hours short. But yeah, compared to literally every other 3D Zelda, you're not wrong. Oh, is this a gold? This is a gold, hell yeah. You would want to see a change then, Ace? Yeah, I can definitely, like, agree that I would want some amount of, like, shake-up. I think that ELH helped it quite a bit. I don't think that I would want something like Ace. Maybe kind of like, if you know how Oracle of Ages works, they do like 45 minutes to get to their Ace payload, and it's still a decent bit of gameplay. ELH saves 12 seconds, but it kind of like shuffles around the early game, and that's the major thing in my mind. 18. I don't think that Ace is the arbiter of when games get Ace, Pippi. Super minimal. Yeah, all it did was shake up, like, route ordering. Which is still, like, in my mind, some amount of substance. Like, there is substance. Prologue Simulator into long setup in Chapter 5. Yeah, I don't know that I would enjoy that sort of thing necessarily, but at least TP's intro is somewhat interesting. That is my Eclipse. I had to think my Eclipse. You BHS into an RG blooper fight where if the Dizzy dial thinks you reset. Huh. Wanna know what else is bearable? The Berenstein Bears and the spooky old tree on GBA. Blue house skip. Morgan. It's actually really close to being the same thing. I need to remember to get the fire rupee. Oh yeah, there would certainly be an NMG. With how the community's reaction to every time someone theorizes something and we go, ugh, there would absolutely be NMG. Edge. Stop and swap ace is cool, though. Stop and swap in concept is really cool. I mess with using a bomb here. I know how to use a bomb here because of Hundo. I didn't mess with, like, the bomb count yet because I've done a single run past it. And I don't really... Like, I want to do a few runs nice before I say, like, I'm more comfortable with doing that. I did do, and I will be doing, Hyrule 1 skip. Hyrule Barrier 1 skip. Hyrule 1 skip is, Wind Waker all dungeons. Wind Waker HD all dungeons? Because that's post-Tot G. No, it's just 80. It's just 80. But yes, I will be doing that at some point when I'm, like, more knowledgeable on, like, bomb counts and comfortable in not using too many bombs. Yes, you still do MSS in Wind Waker SD. Wind Waker 80 does Hyrule 2 skip. Is it HD 80 that does Hyrule 1 skip? Yeah, because you do it from FF2. It's HD80 that does the pause storage thing. Hey, Orion. Try Sit Splinker next time. What? And yes, Pippi, I think I already said that, but yes, Pippi, it is MSS into getting the Wind Waker, into swimming to, Windfall, into grabbing the Picto Box, into doing Ace, and the game is over. That is the current state of Wind Waker any percent with Ace. Oh, fuck you. I don't even think it pushed me off, so that was kind of just me being an ass. Okay, so 8 bombs here. I assume those are bombs and not arrows. Those are bombs. I also hate how it does the cutscene every time. I hate that. I mean, you could spinner boost there. That wouldn't exactly be difficult. But, yeah, no. Is that what Wii does there, though, Badamja? I guess that would make sense. Wii IL might spinner boost there. Yeah, it makes sense. Only a few frames. Not surprised. See, I'm old enough that when I did Hundo, we did a spinner bomb boost in Crystal Switch Room. Because Long Helm Splitter wasn't a thing yet. Yeah, copy your stab. I don't like how far to the side that was. I think that would have messed up my queue. Yeah, Goma, please don't lose 2 minutes. I got 4-1 there. I don't know why I got 4-1 there. Alright, arachnophobes, get the fuck out. That spider just jumped at me. The spider was an arachnophobe. Alright, perfect RNG phase 1, or cycle 1. This does trigger some people's arachnophobia, Sam. But there are others that come to my stream who are arachnophobes that are not triggered by this. Notably, this sets off Momo's arachnophobia. This does not set off Chu's arachnophobia. But Chu's arachnophobia is set off by Echoes of Wisdom Goma. Mind stopping? Thank you. Not really bad RNG. What was that, 5? Although I did get a diagonal after the wall climb the first time. What do I get this time? Not a diagonal. Oops. That. I don't really need that. You mind stopping? Please. You said if it was like Kitty Jump was easy? Kitty Jump or Kitty Climb? Because I don't think Kitty Jump's that easy. At least, I haven't tried Kitty Jump, but I've been like under the impression it's not easy. Also, I did not lose 2 minutes to Armagoma. I don't know why I have rando brain, but I looked at the check and went, huh, vanilla. I don't even play rando. It's because I was watching Pippi earlier. She was doing a fucking all sanity. God damn it, Pippi. I need... Oh, these equip... This isn't right. I want you. You wanted to fight Denise. Did you end up getting to? Or did you run out of time? You did? Hell yeah. Alright, let's not make the stupid mistake that I made yesterday. Yesterday, I, like, just didn't process the sun and went, right, it's nighttime, I can walk over. And then I got seen by Talo because it's not nighttime. Is it really 6 rupee? Whatever. I gotta remember to grab the rupee at fire. At streamer, grab the red rupee. At streamer, grab the red rupee. Grab the blue rupee. There's not even a blue rupee here. There's yellows. Forget to grab the red rupee from Fire's Cannon and do not get it. At streamer, play Roblox. That was in Forest Temple. Alright, in fairness, I haven't grabbed this rupee in, like, 4 years. I don't think Roblox is in the Forest Temple. No, the split name for my Diababa split is at Glovers _ play Roblox because it's old enough that it has my old username. Because during that segment, someone came in, pinged me, and said play Roblox in all caps 3 times in a row, spamming the chat. I just started laughing about it, and then they pinged me and asked me to buy them Sasuke in the Fortnite shop. And then they left. And then Beast renamed the split to at Glovers _ play Roblox. Rename the Forest Temple one, you mean, Pippi? Why did I lose 12 seconds? Oh, because of the red rupee. Or one around it. I'll change the one that is the old username to the one after it? Okay, you just want there to be 2. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'll do the one after it, because the one before it is, another Beast joke that I still think is great. My Elden Twilight split is named Oswald, so he named the Boomerang split, which is right after Elden Twilight, That Ends Wald. So it's Oswald That Ends Wald, which is hilarious to me, because Beast is a funny person. City in the Sky. That would be a good one for Argy Wargy. you. I didn't actually connect. Please. That is a ball and chain, not a spinner. Does the angle that you have when you enter this spinner spot change what you come out with? Or change your analog glitch? I don't actually know what impacts our analog glitch here. Doesn't seem like it. I answered my own question. I have to figure out a mechanism that isn't extremely feel-based for that claw shot. That claw shot is cool, feels cool, but it's nothing but feel-based. It's like 3 steps that are feel-based. I gotta look at, like, what other people do there. Oop, a little bit too far. Claw-shotting back from the small key? Yeah. I find it really awkward, because what I do is I sidewalk to the left while targeting at a skewed angle that is feel-based, walk for a feel-based amount of time, and then do a claw shot. Falling asleep in your chair, gotta take off your makeup and come ball. Have a good night, Pippi. You did great. You are fantastic and a good friend, so get good rest. Go take off your makeup and become a ball. Yeah, have a good night. It's also midnight, so it's very fair. Enjoy being spherical. Yeah, the new clip thing is not my favorite. Why did I do claw shot? Oh, because I thought it was the next door. Whatever. No, I don't like that. I am fine with that, though. And doing the clopping. It's only a little bit slower. I'm actually surprised that that didn't work. You just hold down, then move to the side after key, or do this weird 1/3 circle movement on the stick that Beast does. This very much so sounds like a thing that I'm going to want to use emulator for. Huh. Yeah, I do like a thing that's almost a DF walk. With, like, the current way that I do it. It's a similar motion as to a DF walk. It's just, instead of rolling out of it, I then do, like, an angle change in place to, like, the upright direction. To then shift my angle. I don't like that angle, actually. I will take that one, though. Speaking of angles. I should also learn Kermit Jump. Hold nearly down left to turn Link faster. So is it an out-of-notch thing, Badamja? You know what? I lost a lot of time on that segment on. I feel like there used to be Ace. Oh, come on. Do the thing, dude. Alright, bad movement. Double claw shot segment moment. Oh, for the, like, what did I lose time on? Yeah, because I'm, like, thinking through it. Yeah, the idea of the cool hop is that I get an auto roll out of the first jump, and then I go into a jump and get an auto roll out of the second one. That's the idea. That didn't happen. You. Jenkins tried. Hyrule is such a hard segment. Like, genuinely, Hyrule is so fucking difficult. Now that Spinner is what it is now, I'm probably worst at Hyrule as a segment. Yeah, it absolutely has a high skill ceiling. I fucking target. Post Squidnet entering Zelda, yeah. Exactly. I should also learn Bomb Arrow Fan Tower. Hello? 8. It's also the least ran segment because end to run. Yeah. What's up, Teabag? You're always here. Bullshit. Bullshit on that. I call so much bullshit on that. Fuck that. What? How much does KD4 one cycle even save? I've heard that it's like under a second. I do the early torch extinguish. Oh no, I don't do the early torch extinguish. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about there. I don't do that either. Does anybody do that in runs? If anybody, I would probably guess Beast does. What the fuck is this position? Come on. Okay. Slow. Maybe I was just standing in the wrong, like, a different spot than I thought I was standing in. Is there a video of KB1 cycle? There's actually, like, 2 methods for it. I don't remember which one's the faster one. But yeah, they're both on ZSR. Last I knew. I should also learn, like, the early thing here. Alright, cutscene time. Bombhouse skip Arg about or Arg Arg Barg Gar. What's up, guy? How was bowling? Welcome to this run is not super great, but I got through AG. Gotta practice. Yeah. How much do you practice out of season? Oh, Wendy's though? Hell yeah. What'd you get at Wendy's? Uggs. Nice. Enjoy consuming and going to bed. Thank you for the luck, guy. Glad you enjoyed your... Okay, yeah, this is not a great segment. Glad you enjoyed your, bowling time. Well, at least this time you're just missing West Wing. Who cares about West Wing anyways? Are you back, Morgan? Because Turbo is genuinely a decent expense, in my opinion. Because I do have Turbo for exactly this reason. It's like $12 a month. If you watch enough Twitch, it's, like, worth it. Yeah, that's super fair. They really are ace. Like, not just Twitch, just fucking everywhere. The thing that comes to mind for me is, like, have you guys seen the stuff about YouTube, blocking ad blockers? And, like, isn't there, like, a lawsuit? I think there's a lawsuit in, like, the EU about it. $14, Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, that was at approach, but I should be able to just hit A. Just sub to people you watch. Yeah. See, like, after a certain point, though, it becomes more worth it to do Turbo. I have never been to San Francisco. I'll be going to California in a month, but I'm not going to be in San Francisco. I'll be in San Diego. Because I gotta run into TwitchCon. I'll be doing Breath of the Wild for GDQX at TwitchCon. So I'll be in San Diego for TwitchCon. Way better than LA. Yeah, I'm gonna be, like, slowing down the marathons. It just so happens that I got into quite a few in a row. Which is nice, because it kind of establishes me as someone who does a bunch of Zelda games, right? This year alone, I've done 3 for GDQ events in person, or will have done. Where, I didn't really... The reason that I pushed for it was kind of just, like, I didn't want to be roped into an I do one Zelda game, that being Echoes of Wisdom, because I do more than that, you know? So I kind of, like, pushed for it a bit, but I'm definitely going to calm down after this. I am submitting to AGDQ, though. You did! Phantom's right there. I am absolutely going to mispronounce your name. Leotai? Yeah, Phantom's a mod for me. And I mod for them. Welcome on in. Just Leah? That's much easier. How are you doing? Welcome on in. I still haven't played Paper Mario. And I still probably won't. Just get stuck in traffic on 210. What will be a Wednesday, Alatrius? Good-ass game? I'm sure it is. My story with, like, Paper Mario is just that, like... And I told Phantom this the other day, too. I don't remember if this was on Hotfix or just in a different conversation. But, like... Okay. As a kid, we would, like, share the consoles in, like, TV time. Like, this is super young, right? So, like, the inability to save frequently, plus the fact that my N64 as a kid broke when I was, like, 4. I never played the game. I only ever played the game through, like, the prologue. This is already a bad, stupid room. Alright. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. There we go. Vibes in convo and having someone who knew nothing. Glorious. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the convo. Because that is basically all I was there to do, because I don't know shit. Yeah, I am a Zelda runner. As I said, if you heard the, like, shoutouts at the end, I don't play Paper Mario. I've only ever done the prologue of Paper Mario 64, and that means that I got to the Goomba King, or whatever his name is, and that was it. I do a bunch of Zelda runs. Twilight Princess is the one that I've definitely run the most. We're getting ready for AGDQ submissions right now with what is my favorite category of any speedrun that I do. Twilight Princess All Dungeons. How many Paper Mario tricks can you name? We have Lackey Warp, Lackey Flip, Blue House Skip. Let's see. What else do we have? I don't think, oh shit, what's the jump thing called? LZS? Loading Zone Storage, I think? I don't know if I can name another. How many Portal Tree tricks can you name? Fucking 0. Is this not one that you played as a kid, though, Leah? This is one of my favorite Zeldas. It's my second favorite. You can beat the whole game in less than 3 hours, you're not doing all the dungeons, and he has before on several... Oh, you're talking about me. Yeah, this is all dungeons, it's not any percent. I think I've done probably half a dozen or so sub-3s. I haven't done very many. My PB is only a 256, and I barely do any percent. Although I probably will want to go to any percent and improve my PB because of EGS. Got distracted by side quests and stuff. Honestly, super fair. Very, very fair. I would probably make an assumption then and say that you like ones like Majora's Mask and Wind Waker more. Because those games are definitely more heavy on... They're more heavy on the side quests and stuff. Angus. Yo, Shaggy, how are you doing? How was your day? Swell Thursday? Hell yeah, that's what we love to hear, dude. Glad to hear it. What'd you do today? What was your day spent doing? Never speedrun a game, you're not a runner, you're a walker. Super fair. Love watching folks play runs and randos. Ooh, OT rando's a good one. Yeah, that bongo emote's one of mine. I love OOT. That is my third favorite Zelda game. Zeta, thank you for the raid! What were you up to today? How are you doing? Hopefully you are doing well today. Yeah, whatever you have fun doing, that's the point of what video games are, right? They're for fun. It's a hobby. We're here to relax and have a good time. Playing Brothership? Hell yeah. How do you feel about Brothership? Went to the gym, went on a run, visited a friend and talked with him, and did some chores. Hell yeah, let's go. That's what we like to hear. It ate my... So yeah, thank you, because that Bongo Bongo emote's one that I got done somewhat recently. Izzy does really good work. Izzy's run for Fatales is tomorrow, I think. She runs Viva Pinata. I got grabbed by the Baba. Screw you. Speaking of screw you, Etchy, thank you for the raid. Is that mean? That's too mean. Etchy, how was your stream? How was Heart Gold Soul Silver, and how was Borderlands? Yo, G. Yo, Etchy. We get a shout out for Etchy. And for Zeta. For the both of them. Etchy is a good friend. Only met him, like, about a year ago at this point. He's become a really good friend in the time that I've known him. He absolutely deserves the support. Really cool dude, runs Pokemon games, and is really fucking talented at it. Absolutely deserves the support. HGSS bad, BL4 good. Did you end up finishing the Heart Gold run? And yo, Birder, thank you for the luck. This is real green. This is PB comparison. This is currently real green. We aren't out of the woods yet, but this is looking pretty solid. Lame Snorlax. Was it Red's Snorlax that was mean? And she got the worst Snorlax in existence. Damn. fake, though? It's only because you did the new trick? Yeah. Totally. I waited a while for the, come on. Fuck you. Fuck you. Mean game. Thank you for shouting out Etchy. Everybody, go press that button and follow Etchy. Press that button. Press that button. I believe in you guys. You can press that button. Etchy was that Xanthead. That Xanthead was so mean. Much positivity for Etchy here, because he is actually my friend. I mean to him a fair bit, but he is my friend. It is G. G, how have you been? Hopefully you've been well. Renaming the Xantheads now? Yeah, the one that hit me that I didn't know which one it was, that's apparently Etchy. You thinking about me yesterday? Blushed. I've been pretty good. I've been doing well. I got out of my shitty job situation recently, so I've been in a lot better spirits and just fucking chilling, you know? Fucking Christ, are you kidding me with that? No. Oh my god. Alright. There goes any chance of getting a 336. I should learn this LJA. Damn, if you're still here, how is this LJA? The one, like, straight to this platform? It's easy? Cool. I just literally haven't looked at it, so... Yo, Mewix. Thank you for the luck. How do you feel about commentary? I've heard good things from Pippi about the run, so I hope that you had a fun time. Lovely pace. I fell in this room. Or I guess in the room before this. Platform room. I would be impressed if I fell in this room. Yeah, so I lost 40. $45. Okay. Yeah, early platform. I absolutely had it. It was absolutely me throwing it. So, rip is what it is. These things happen. Usurpator Santo time. Alright, I don't remember... There you are. I don't remember how Zelda in PB was. I want to say it was good, but looking at best possible time, something went wrong before the end. A PB at PGS? This comparison would be the PB with PGS. My PB is from, like, April. Nice crotch shot. It wasn't even a particularly great PGS. It was relatively slow, but it was first try. I would say it lost probably about 2 minutes to what it should have. Do you have a PB with PGS yet? So I imagine PGS is a bit easier on Wii. .311 as PGS? Nice. GG on a 311, holy shit. That is not the ball and chain. That's still not the ball and chain. Yeah, at least the moon boots data is, of course, easier. Being able to press it on the same frame is very, very nice. Get stuck in the ground by your pointy, goofy helmet. Yeah, take that, Zant. Doofy little tongue coming out of the helmet. Hey, what's up, Bowser? What word did you want to put there? That was almost late. Locked out. Dang. Heck. Whatever will we do? Alright, that Zant was at least decent. I know that that gold's probably like 3 or 4 seconds slower than my any percent gold. I'm kind of in a weird state where more recently I've done a lot more any percent than all dungeons in TP. But, like, historically, I do a lot more all dungeons. So I definitely have some golds that are just better in any percent right now. Yeah. Well, that's a really tiny SD card to lose. I don't know where my C-up was, but... Did you end up finding it? Found it? Dang, let's go. At least you found it. I already have the boomerang equipped. What am I doing? Just the server equipment? Hell yeah. Let's go. At 9:30. Okay. Shortcut scene where I get to actually take my hands off the controller. Okay. 3 hours of basically not being able to stretch. Last longer cutscene was a while ago. You've earned this stretch? I absolutely have. Oh hey, the Hollow Knight one-handed run is on the final boss. One-handed path of... Oh, they're not gonna... They need like $500 for the, One-handed path of pain. And they got a $500 donation because it's GDQ, so they're gonna do one-handed path of pain. Etchy, that's great. My bot's and chatbots, but yours isn't. Are you using... Is it, like, hooked to the Twitch API properly? Like, did you register the account with the dev tools? I assume that you did, but... Maybe it's because yours is older? Use Twitch's Python... Twitch.io's Python API? That's what I used to. Huh. Maybe it's because you're using 2.8. Come on. Dude. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm not gonna lose this fucking run to this. Really? Die. Alright, that was a stupid time loss to take. How much time am I even losing? I'm actually losing a decent chunk of time here. That's annoying. Okay. PB is still very likely, but yeah, that's silly. Yeah, 40-ish seconds lost. is a little silly. A little very silly. Actually, it's more like 45, it looks like. Fuck. It should be, Morgan. I have them set to go at, like, the max interval, which means that they're as long as they can be, but it also means that they are, like, spaced out by half an hour. Or they're supposed to be. If they're not, which is fucky-wucky. Which I wouldn't put past them. Raw milk ad? What? Come on. That's annoying. Alright, this is probably one of the worst runs that will likely PB that I've ever done. But I think we're at the point that if it doesn't PB, either I'm annoyed or Zelda. What was Zelda like in PB? Pretty fast. Yeah. This run was rough, for sure. I'm not very happy with this run, but I'm happy to have a new comparison. One that has Pogate skip. If Zelda fucks this up, I think that would be my worst Zelda. Not to say it's impossible, but if it does, I would probably be annoyed. Zelda World Record loses like 2.5 minutes, so yeah, Zelda World Record would, definitely kill this run. If I get a 3-cycle Zelda, I will astound the community. Bow on X. Bow on X, bow on X. I need to remember the bow is on the X button. Alright, Zelda. Already can't be a 7. Still 8 minimum and 1 Dorito. Still 8 minimum, 1 Dorito. Gonna be 1 more bat attack minimum. This is a Dorito. Oh, on X, thank you. For an 8, that was a pretty fast 8. Even, like, for 2 Doritos, that was a really fast 8. Let me grab you. Am I the only one that saw the prompt to actually grab him before he went into the portal? I might have been seeing things, but I swear I saw that. Alright, that was actually a fast horseback. Nice. Cool. I think it was there. And can we grab Beast Ganon before he goes in the hole? That would be interesting. Huh. There's an idea. Alright, quick spins, please. That happened yesterday, too. Oh, GG. What is with that spin attack? That happened yesterday, too. My Q is just the flourish on the cape. Alright, 338, though. I can't be upset about that. GG. Thank you all for the GGs. And then the GG emote. I love the GG emotes. Oh, I love that emote. Thank you all for the GGs. 338's pretty solid. For what this was... Okay, so like... Yeah, I took a 749 boots. Prompt was springin', grab is Grafin. Okay, thank you, Teabag. What's springin', then? Anyways. This was kind of a rough run. Like, I was very close to resetting this run for a very long time. I just kind of knew that Ooklis would let me be back ahead. Jump? Oh. And Ooklis did let me get back ahead by 4 seconds. That said, yesterday I was 37 seconds ahead of PB at end of Twilight with time to save on Boomerang, and then I didn't. So I can realistically be, like, over a minute ahead with good RNG in the early game by Boomerang. Here was the first big-time loss. The silly void. That silly void happened. Then, Bo... I voided on that. And also had some weird shit during Dangaro. Morpheal was Morpheal. I haven't seen one, Bowser. This is Spinner Split. Spinner was still a minute off, or sorry, yeah, Pogate Split. Was still a minute off of what I've done, but this was first Pogate skip PB. I was 2 minutes ahead out of that. Do we have... Okay, so I have, like, Badamja here. Do we have a good estimate on how much time to add to a segment for Stallard? Because that was a relatively good Stallard skip, but I don't feel like 30 seconds is correct. I feel like 25 is maybe correct. 25? Yeah, I'll take 25 off my gold. Yeah, I'll adjust that back by 25. I'm fine with that. And then it was just consistent time loss for a while until that happened. And I lost a minute and a half at the end. Cool. Alright, well, I'm happy enough with that for... Not, like, happy enough to be done, obviously. I'm happy enough to say that I have a 338, and there was a lot of slop in a lot of places. So, hell yeah. I'm gonna post this to the Discord and post this to social media and stuff like that. But, I'm not upset by that at all. That is a PB, and one that I hope to beat very, very soon. Alright. And then we get the thing that we post to social media where I, like, smile at the camera, and I'm bad at smiling. Where's the insert button? How does that look? Yo, Mookitten, thank you for the GG. And hi, Oni. This game is worth playing. Alright. So, do I run this back? That looks fine enough for social media.
Restore again. Won't have a repair. You forget we do space. Hot for report?
Okay. Social media stuff's done. 10 PM run back? I'm thinking about it, Jim. Oh, you come out of the wall and I do a casual playthrough for you. Quick low transforms right now, get to the post slot, and sleep. Isn't that like 5 hours into the run? If I run it back, he'll buy turbo. Genuinely? Sure, let's run it back.